All right, so there's been a little bit of drama going down on Twitter lately. Gambo reporting all the juicy deets on Monty Williams.
All the juicy deets. Tell all, as Monty has been shipped out. The Gambo tells all, bro. He's really been telling a whole lot of stuff this whole week, bro.
I'm loving it. It's very entertaining. First off, let me just say, a lot of fans have been ruthless to Jay Crowder since he left. And I'm probably the most guilty of that.
Number one suspect, Gabe.
I wrongly refused to believe Jay Crowder when he tried to tell everybody that it wasn't being benched for Cam Johnson. He said, I support him. I've always had his back. That's not why I'm holding out. And I didn't want to believe him. I just refused to believe him, which was wrong of me. And now that Monty's gone and we're seeing this and we're seeing from Gambo that he also hated Ayton, surprise, surprise, I'm softening my stance because you combine this newfound truth with the desperation the Suns are facing fielding a team of 15 players. I'm basically very hopeful at this point that Jay Crowder will come home. Now, I know he's fairly washed as far as on court goes.
Fairly washed is a strong word, strong phrase, if you will.
But hit that like button for us and tell us in the comments, would you welcome Jay Crowder back to Phoenix?
Yeah, man, knowing the circumstances that we know now, I think I would definitely welcome Jay Crowder back to the Suns. As I was doing the Matt Ishbia video and I just started digging through some things and like, you know how you speculate a little bit about maybe this could happen, maybe this is happening, and you start to think what really happened and what could have happened with Ayton to make such a drastic change within the span of 18 months to where he was being encouraged by the head coach during the Clippers series to, you know, being encouraged by the coach during the NBA Finals against the Bucks to playing halfway through the next season fairly well to all of a sudden being disinterested. Like, what happened? And we talked about this, like Monty just doesn't get this team ready. And then all of a sudden we hear about Jay Crowder wanting to be gone, but he's not saying it's because of Cam Johnson. He's saying that, you know, I just can't say nothing. And you started to speculate like something had to go wrong. And, you know, hearing what Monty said, I don't talk to any players in the offseason, that just seemed a little suspect, you know what I mean? And I kind of started to piece this all together. Like, what is the main issue? And I kept asking, is it Booker? No, it can't be Booker. Booker's a star. He doesn't seem to be disrespectful to anybody. Could it be CP3? Well, CP3 is a well-respected player among his peers and in the NBA. So no, I don't think it could be CP3. I mean, you start thinking, it could be this person, could it be this person, could it be this person? And it just always, you know, we never wanted to really admit it, but it always came down to Monty Williams. And Gambo dropped a bombshell about, you know, what was going on with that whole situation.
He did, and it's been fun to read. The comments on Twitter have been great. Jay even retweeted it and said something along the lines of, damn, coach, this is how you really felt, or this is how you feel, you know, hand on the face emoji. And then he deleted it, so you can't go and see that now. It's just spicy, it's fun. But as far as bringing him back to the Suns goes, I hope that the reason he was so bad for the Bucks last season was because he sat out half of a season and was just rusty. He fit very well on the Suns team. He's a talented passer. He and Ayton seem to have some chemistry. He was a good defender. I don't know if he is still anymore. And you know how in hockey they've always got a guy who's just a little bit crazy? He was our tough guy. He was the Suns' tough guy. They had zero attitude since he left. What do you think about him potentially returning?
To your point about him, you know, playing for the Bucks last year and just seeming rusty and washed, as people have said. Look, man, you know, when you sit out half the season, literally half the season, you know, at some point, you know, maybe you are working out and taking care of your responsibilities and stuff like that. But bro, the NBA season is through peak holiday seasons, bro. We're talking Halloween, we're talking Thanksgiving, we're talking Christmas, we're talking New Year's. You know, at some point, whenever you're just sitting there waiting, at some point you got to think, hey, this is probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? He probably had an idea that he was going to be involved in the Kevin Durant trade that, you know, came out during the summer. Remember that whenever Flex dropped that bombshell saying the Kevin Durant trade is going to happen. And he probably had some idea that he was going to be involved in that. And he thought, okay, I'll be gone in July, but that didn't happen. And so you got to think at some point, you know, throughout the season, he's probably thought, oh, this isn't going to happen, man. I'm going to go ahead and relax. And he probably just was surprised by the trade like the rest of us were, because we were all just taken aback by the KD trade in February. All of a sudden, he's got to get ready and get himself in basketball shape. Didn't go to training camp, skipped training camp altogether, you know. So I'm willing to concede that fact, and I'm willing to give him another chance. Give him a full offseason with the Suns. Give him a full training camp. Get him here. Like you said, he has a great defense, brings attitude. He will fit well here. Like you said, the dudes know him, and I feel like he was the guy that helped keep Ayton on track, in my humble opinion. Him and Campaign, Campaign and Jay Crowder seem to have a chemistry with Ayton to keep him on track and keep him focused. And I would love to see him back. I know people think he's washed, but I'm willing to give him one more chance. And do we really have many options, Gabe? Can we really be too picky?
How about this? Maybe he wasn't washed. Maybe he just was going through a phase where he shoots 4 for 34 from 3 like he did for us, except the Bucks weren't willing to play that game. The Bucks said, go ahead and sit down, sir. Where Monty would have said, I didn't see no 30 missed threes in a row. Keep shooting.
That's very possible, especially when you're a team with high expectations like the Bucks were. It's easy to see that, right? Hey, you're not hitting your threes. You got to go. You got to sit down. But to bring it back to the Suns, I just feel like he's going to fit well. I feel like having his presence here will be great. I feel like the familiarity for him will be awesome. He'll be missing the twins, you know, Mikal and Cam, but Booker will be there. KD will be there, someone he respects. His boy Ayton will be there. Campaign will still be there. And now, most of all, Bradley Beal will be there. So he will have no issues figuring out how to fit in. So yes, bring Jay Crowder back.
I think the most important thing, though, is beggars can't be choosers. I'm not calling the Suns beggars,
but
they
cannot be choosers.
As far as filling out a roster, the Suns have 5 players on the roster right now. I guess you could say 6 and 7.
7 now, yeah.
With the two coming over from the Wizards, so 7. Hopefully, wish upon a star, we get Utah, and that's 8. Jay Crowder makes 10. You bring back Okogie, Craig, Jock. That's 13.
It starts to really
Busy, that's
out,
14.
Right?
TJ Warren or Ricky Rose, you know, his cousin Terrence Ross.
At that point, you would just need to get yourself a guard. You know, you're gonna have Todd, you're gonna have Goodwin, you're gonna have Beal. Yeah, you just need to get yourself some more wings and guards. Yuta, Crowder, bring back Craig, Jock comes back. The team starts to really shape out.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Tell us what you think in the comments, and we will see you next time.